Hey guys, I'm back again and today we're going to chat about Gansbaai. Let's put me on the clock. So Gansbaai was amazing to stop at because it is a place where I've always thought the reason why I wanted to stop in Gansbaai was because of the great white sharks. I've always wanted to free dive with great white sharks. I've always wanted to see them. And I figured this stop would be important for that. So Gansbaai for me in the beginning was only about the water, until I realized that its green spaces are just as amazing. Let's talk about where I ate. I ate at different places that I don't think there's one particular place that I would isolate as you have to go there, but they do have a coffee shop called Gansbaai Coffee and they serve really beautiful coffee and they have non-dairy milk options. So Gansbaai is a really small town and I think to have something like that is really amazing. My accommodation was not through Airbnb. There's a couple that own Saxon Lodge and they were a connection, and which is awesome because I was able to stay there. Their rates aren't too bad and it was a really lovely place to stay at. What did I do? I went shark cage diving with Marine Dynamics. I think it's so important to chat about this because I've always had strong feels about shark cage diving. But I love what Marine Dynamics does. I love the amount of conservation work that they do with regard to the seabirds. You know, they've got penguins, they've got great white sharks, and they're always kind of working in the space of what does it mean to protect more sharks. So in South Africa, only the great white shark is protected, which means that fishing season can also see other sharks being fished and being finned and being part of the greater world shark problem. So I love what Marine Dynamics is doing with their research work. And I went diving with them, which was amazing. We did not see a great white shark, but we also know that South Africa has not really seen as high an amount of great white sharks as we traditionally have been seeing, but we did see beautiful copper sharks, and yeah, and that was amazing. I mean, for me, that experience was amazing. And you know, being in the cage is important because one, we didn't have great visibility, so when there is like a bait, so chum in the water, the visibility is not fantastic, and I think it's just a matter of keeping everybody safe, just in case the shark thinks, hey, there's food, and you know, it wasn't food, it was someone's face. That would not be cool. So just because of looking at the looking at the currents, I think it's important to kind of have that kind of interaction made a little bit safer if we can. So I went shark cage diving and that was amazing. But then second, I went hiking over some of their sand dunes. I don't know if that's what you'd call it. And we ended up having a walk through this beautiful fynbos and learning a little bit more about Gansbaai. And then I had one of the most beautiful lunches I've ever had, which was in a cave.
This is like a little lounge.
Yeah, crazy, eh?
Look at that. Okay, you win. You win the internet. Like, what the hell? This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a lounge, guys.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
It's like the best lounge. What? No freaking way.
Oh, hey, just...
No freaking way. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm here for all of it.
And the mussels were foraged, and I brought fruit and veg, and we were able to prepare this gorgeous lunch overlooking the ocean, and it was amazing. So in Gansbaai, you definitely have to do shark cage diving. I love Marine Dynamics. I love the people behind it. They're doing some good work. And two, there's a gentleman called Ruan. His Instagram handle is Totem Monkey. I'll tag him in this video, but it was definitely beautiful to be able to share space with him. And he is a nature guide. He took me out on this fynbos walk took me to this beautiful cave, and we had really, really beautiful, a beautiful lunch. What else did I do? I did a few swim outs by myself while in Gansbaai, and interestingly enough, in one of the places where I went swimming, I was actually told that a great white shark was actually spotted around that area a few days ago, which was amazing and would have been amazing to meet. I can't wait until I have my moment where, you know, I get to witness this beautiful creature. But that's it. I can't think about anything else in Gansbaai. Beautiful people, small town. What was, I think, something of interest is that I was able to walk to dinner, and I would say maybe it was 10 minutes away in the dark, and everybody just walks. And you know, it's an interesting thing being a girl who lives in Joburg, and that is generally something that you would not do just from a safety perspective. And I think there was something liberating about, you know, walking to dinner. But when I, you know, on my way back, I was feeling a little bit nervous. Not because I had seen anything, but I think it's just because of my experience. So my hosts, and I mean experience again, you know, I haven't been held up at night, but I've been held up. But the point is, the hosts came to fetch me, which I really did appreciate. What else would I say about Gansbaai? It's a really beautiful place. Go check it out. It is only 2 hours from Cape Town. So if you are in Cape Town and you are having a party in Cape Town, you can catch a shuttle, you can drive down and do a day of it, right? You can go shark cage diving. You can then later on in the afternoon do a nature walk with Ruan, and then still drive back in Cape Town, and you're back by 6-7 p.m. and you can still enjoy Cape Town as you intended to. So I think it's such an awesome place to go and explore. And a little insert, I did stop in Hermanus, and interestingly enough, I did not get to dive in Hermanus, but I did realize that they have a big abalone poaching problem. And yeah, and so that just means that I got to look at the Hermanus waters, and they were beautiful, but I did not get in, and maybe another time I might have an opportunity to explore those waters. But as it stands, it's a beautiful place. Apparently they also have beautiful hiking places. That's all I know so far. We're on the clock. 2:30 to go, and I'm happy to call that close on Gansbaai. Thanks for watching. Cheers.